Hello Monica! We will be reading a storybook from Disney Winnie the Pooh called Piglet the Brave. Piglet is a very small animal who is frightened by a great many things, such as bad dreams, spooky shadows, and thunderstorms. Can advice from some of his braver friends help little Piglet overcome his big fears? Piglet was a small animal. Almost everything in the Hundred-Acre Wood was larger than he was. Being so small could make the whole world seem rather scary at times. Piglet was frightened by many things: dark and spooky shadows, startling surprises, loud and angry thunderstorms, and being all alone. Sometimes Piglet even felt frightened in his own cozy bed. One dark night he had an especially scary dream. In the dream, he was collecting acorns. All of a sudden, a acorn fell on his head. Piglet jumped.
"Oh, you startled me!"
He cried. "How could you be scared of a tiny acorn like me?" the acorn asked. Now Piglet was even more surprised.
"I didn't think acorns could talk."
"Of course we can!" a much louder voice said. Piglet spun around and gasped. He was surrounded by giant acorns. "We are going to get you, tiny Piglet!" one of the giant acorns growled.
"No, no, no!"
Piglet cried. He began to run. The acorns chased him. Their shadows loomed over as thunder boomed overhead. They chased him through the wood. Just as Piglet thought he had managed to escape them. "Good morning, Piglet!" a giant acorn called out. Piglet screamed in terror. "Piglet," the acorn said, "are you alright?" Piglet opened his eyes. It wasn't a acorn that had just spoken after all. It was his friend, Winnie the Pooh.
"Pooh,
Piglet
I
gasped.
seem to have had a bad dream."
"Oh dear," Pooh said. "I've had those myself, mostly about running out of honey." He shuddered.
"How do you make yourself feel better after a scary dream?"
Piglet asked. Pooh scratched his head. "I don't know," he said. "I suppose I just don't think about it."
"Oh, I will try that then."
Piglet tried not to think about his dream. But the more he tried not to think about it, the more he did think about it.
"Oh dear, it's not working."
Piglet said. "What's not working?" Pooh asked.
"Not think about my scary dream."
Piglet said. "Oh, that! I'd already stopped thinking about it." Pooh thoughtfully licked some honey off his paw. "Perhaps we should ask Kenga what to do. She tends to know a great deal about this sort of thing." So the two friends set off for Kenga's house. The path led them through the dark wood where all the tall trees cast spooky shadows over everything.
"Oh dear."
He was relieved when they arrived at Kenga's house. Little Roo was playing outside.
Hello.
Roo said, "Did you come to play with me?" "Not exactly," Pooh said. "We came to ask Kenga how to stop Piglet from being frightened by his bad dreams."
And by shoo-shoo shadows.
Piglet added, glancing back to make sure the scary shadow hadn't followed them. I used to be afraid of shadows too, Roo said. But Mama told me to use my imagination to change them from something scary into something fun.
Fun? How could you do that?
Piglet shuddered. By playing make-believe. I'll show you, Roo offered. He led Piglet and Pooh into the woods. The shadows were as dark and spooky as ever. Now what? Asked Pooh. Now I pretend that the shadows are something else. Roo thought for a second. I know! I'm going to pretend that shadow there is a kite. Pooh began pretending to fly his make-believe kite. Look at how high my kite can fly, he cried, hopping along the path with glee. Pooh said thoughtfully, I believe I'll make believe with my shadows too. He looked this way and that until he spotted a rather roundish shadow that resembled something dear to Pooh's heart. A giant honey pot. Try it, Piglet, Pooh called cheerfully. You'll like it. Piglet took a deep breath and thought about things that made him happy. As he did, a shadow beside him suddenly turned into his friend Balloon. Piglet grabbed Balloon's string and together they floated through the wood.
Yay! This is fun!
Piglet exclaimed. Suddenly, a giant monster leaped into view.
Uh-oh!
Hello, Piglet! The monster exclaimed. Only it wasn't a monster at all. It was Tigger.
Tigger, you frightened me.
Sorry about that, Piglet old pal, Tigger said. I'd better unfrighten you then. What was it that was so frightening exactly? Tigger asked. Was it my stripes? My whisker? My growl? He let out a loud growl. It was probably my girl, wasn't it?
No! I mean, your gore is quite impressive, Tigger. But what scared me was the surprise.
I see, Tigger said. Well, there is only one way to fix that.
By not surprising me anymore.
Piglet asked. Nope, Tigger shook his head. By surprising you more. Piglet was confused.
How will that help me to be less scared?
You'll see. Now take a walk through the wood and I'll start surprising ya. Piglet, Pooh, and Roo started walking. Tigger disappeared. A moment later, he bounced Piglet off his feet again. Surprise! He cried. Are you scared? Piglet smiled.
No. You told me you were going to surprise me, so I wasn't scared at all. Oh,
He gasped.
it worked.
Told ya! Tigger said proudly. Just then, Kanga came into view. It's time for your bath, Roo, she said. There's a storm coming, so we must hurry.
A storm.
Piglet looked up. Sure enough, angry black storm clouds were gathering overhead. When Piglet looked around, he realized he had been left behind.
Oh, dear.
He murmured. He began to run after the others, but he froze with fear when he heard footsteps behind him. When he saw that the footsteps belonged to Eeyore, Piglet gasped with relief.
Mercy me, you frightened me, Eeyore.
Sorry, Eeyore said gloomily. I can go away if you like.
No! I'd rather have the company. Being alone can be frightening.
Piglet said quickly. I suppose so, Eeyore said. Always found it rather lonely myself. Not that I'm not used to being lonely, he sighed. Just then, a large raindrop splashed onto Piglet's head, making him jump. Another splash into Eeyore's eyes, making him blink. Then there was a rumble of thunder.
Oh dear!
Piglet said, feeling frightened once again.
It seems the storm is here.
Soon, the thunder was crashing and the rain was splashing. Piglet and Eeyore huddled together under a tree. Well,
I'm glad we're not alone in this storm. Are you very afraid, Eeyore?
Piglet said to Eeyore. Eeyore looked at Piglet. I suppose I'm a little, he said. Mostly just wet though. Suddenly, Piglet had a thought.
Let's run to Kanga's house.
The storm was so scary that Piglet didn't really want to leave the shelter of the tree. But knowing that Eeyore was frightened too, somehow made him feel braver.
Come on, Eeyore!
Piglet shouted. Eeyore looked dubious. Are you sure that's a good idea?
Don't be scared, Eeyore. Just follow me.
Piglet said. Then he dived into the storm. With Piglet bravely leading the way, the two friends soon made it safe and sound to Kanga's warm and cozy kitchen.
What a terrible storm!
Piglet exclaimed. Pooh nodded, shivering a little. Are you still scared, Piglet? Piglet thought about it and then smiled.
I am still a very small animal who isn't particularly brave. But today my friends helped me see that scary things aren't nearly as scary when you have such good friends to be brave with.
That's the end of the story today. I hope you like it, Monica. I love you and I miss you.